This is not going to be any different with this channel. Historically, it's gotten worse every time, and that same thing we believe will happen with this channel. It's not going to save us from flooding. It's going to continue to make us the sacrifice for Manitoba.
Treaty 2 leaders were in Winnipeg to bring attention to the harm they say will be caused by the Lake Manitoba, Lake St. Martin Outlet Channels project. The project was proposed to prevent future flooding by creating two 24-kilometer-long flood diversion channels. Last week, Federal Environment Minister Sigfio Bo jumped on the bandwagon with the chiefs. He said the provincial plan would cause foreseeable harm. Now, the Interlake Reserves Tribal Council is calling on the province to do the same.
We're hopeful that moving forward, the Government of Manitoba's water management strategy includes us in being part of that strategy, as well as taking our status as important rights holders, our inherent rights and treaty rights, into consideration while pragmatically moving forward on projects profoundly impacting our communities and way of life.
In April, the Impact Assessment Agency of Canada said the Outlet Channels project could cause damage to the physical and cultural heritage of the First Nations. At the Thursday press conference, AMC Grand Chief Kathy Merrick said Manitoba has a duty to consult them and put First Nations leadership at the center of environmental projects like this one.
First Nations must take the lead on these environmental impact assessments. They must be the decision makers over the use of their lands and their territories, that their citizens have been stewards of long before the federal and the provincial governments were created.
They also underscored the impact flooding has had on their communities 13 years after diverting water away from Winnipeg, displacing tens of thousands of band members. To this day, some are unable to return home.
So the roads right now in Lake St. Martin that people, our elders, like to go back there and visit where they grew up, but they can't now because of the road. The road was washed out.
The Interlake Tribal Council says the Outlet Channels project will only cause more problems. Carl Zadnik is the council's CEO. He suggests something more sustainable.
To capture the floodwater and then, I guess put it through osmosis or some kind of system that would refine the water so that could be used and maybe reallocated to people of need that are going through drought. So it's a little more expensive, but again, it's more futuristic thinking in terms of green energy and climate change.
Lake Manitoba Chief Cornell McLean said the Tribal Council is scheduled to meet with the province on July 18th to discuss a way forward. Sierra Bettens, APTN National News, Winnipeg.